Hello, Star Wars Galaxy Hero players. This is Andatish Ordo, and today I'm going to look into the kits of the updated Phoenix characters and give my personal opinion on which character you may want to Zeta first. I kind of already revealed the first Zeta in my last video when I just talked about the, updates that hit the game just today. So yeah, I'm going to kind of briefly go over, what the Zeta offers. Chopper Zeta has no Zeta. Next. Of course, I hope if they ever do some more droid reworks that they, incorporate something for Chopper. I still feel that Chopper's, his unique's great for Phoenix, don't get me wrong, but that's it. It just really is what it is. And weirdly enough, his update is the only update I have, unlocked really, other than a few minor changes. So let's go ahead and look at Kanan. Kanan, dispel all debuffs on Phoenix allies and grant them defense up for 3 turns. Grant Kanan and target ally foresight for 2 turns, and when each of those foresights expire, Kanan gains 100% turn meter, and other Phoenix allies gain 50% turn meter. Whoa, that is insane. So right there, that's a good Zeta. Especially if you actually, let's see, this cooldown is 3-turn cooldown. Foresight for 2 turns. Granting Phoenix defense up for 3 turns. That's great. So, honestly, this is a really good effect. Especially if within 2 turns, the foresights will expire. Someone will maybe target him, say he was already taunting before. Yeah. Of course, you really would have to speed him up because he's really slow. He's a slow tank. So you want to speed him up at least a little bit. So, yeah. Sabine Wren, her updated paragraph now. It's always fun when Zeta is actually just a giant paragraph. I'd like to see it where they have a Zeta where it's a small paragraph. Literally small. Kind of that small for a character. That would be kind of cool. Actually, I think they already have that. I may be wrong, but Phoenix allies gain critical chance up and offense up for 2 turns. Reduce speed's cooldown by 2 on critical hit. So she's boosting up the damage. She's boosting up the damage. Excuse me. So sorry, let me start over. Phoenix allies gain crit chance up and offense up for 2 turns. Reduce speed's cooldown by 2 on a critical hit. So she might actually be a, kind of a Lando effect where she could just demolish. Unless it's just, I think it's on a critical hit. It's not on each critical hit. But it does help reduce that down a bit. Stagger all enemies for 2 turns, and for each active Phoenix ally, deal 15% more damage and expose a random enemy. Sweet. But these are also exposing the target. It's 15% more damage. For each active Phoenix ally, they deal 50% more damage. Oh, deal 15%. Okay, so that's her doing. So that's pretty good. Play to strengths for Hera. Call another target ally to assist. That ally's attack has 50% more potency. It used to be 25%, and deals 35% more damage. I think I'm going to just read the whole thing, actually. If target ally is a Phoenix, dispel all debuffs on them, reduce their cooldowns by 1, and grant them 50% turn meter. So it's not as big as the other ones. It's a shorter, Zeta. So yeah, it's you really want to Zeta these, but the thing is you gotta find time to Zeta him, and not just time, but the resources to Zeta. So Ezra deals 50% more damage, 25% turn meter gain, and so basically what I read before, just adding 50% more damage, 25% turn meter gain, and gain defense up for 2 turns. So he gains defense up. Whoops, wrong one. Staggering sweep. That's his Zeta. I still need to unlock 10 more damage on this. I've been working on other characters. Holy cow, that's huge. So I'm just going to read the add-on. So cooldown 1, so instead of 4, it's 3. This attack can't be evaded. Awesome. So that's good against, if they ever bring back a Darth Maul teams come back or Sith teams come back under Darth Maul led, we'll start to see that, oh, okay, so I could just sweeping stagger against a character. And Zeb gains 10% turn meter for each active Phoenix ally. If the target has no debuffs, each set deals 75% more damage, plus bonus damage equal to 20% of the target's max health. If the target has any buffs, ignore their armor. If target has any debuffs, this tech has 50% crit damage, so that's a pretty high hitting attack. So, so if you have, like I said, if you watch the other video I did, on when the update hit the store today, I talked about Kanan Jarrus being the first one. The reason being is you can cleanse your whole team. I'd say that if you do Zeta, Phoenix, Zeta, Kanan, you're going to cleanse your whole team. You're going to grant some foresight for at least an ally, or, Kanan and an ally. You're going to increase defense up, which you normally don't get, but now you do. So I would say that's the first one. The next one, depending on, your build, could be, like, you could do Hera, but really you could either aim for Ezra, especially if you're using Ezra on a Jedi team. I would say definitely do Ezra. His flourish is a lot better, and he can gain defense up. So if he's on a team with Grandmaster Yoda, and he did a flourish on an enemy, that means now Yoda's probably granting tenacity up, foresight, and now defense for the team. So that's really going to help. So yeah, Ezra would say, if you have a good Ezra team, or I mean a Jedi team, an Ezra team. They're almost getting that way with Han Solo. Han Solo team. I mean a Jedi team, you definitely want Ezra, for sure. But if you're just sticking with Phoenix, I would kind of lean more towards Sabine. Just because of the extra, giving crit chance up and offense up for all of Phoenix. And honestly, especially the reason why I'm also saying this is the fact is, what you want is to have, Phoenix without Ezra for territory battles. I'm not doing this as a thought towards Arena. Obviously, I want to see the videos that are made with, I think it's like Mobile Gamer and Arnold T, where they're going to use the test accounts, test out their viability, see how they do, and see how their the best configurations are. Maybe the best configurations are without Chopper. Who knows? Maybe with Chopper without Ezra, or without Sabine. So, but the reason why I'm saying this is having Sabine next is vital to increasing damage towards the team. Oh yeah, that's right. They never updated that. Increasing damage towards the team towards territory battles. It's gonna, putting crit chance up and offense up on your team, so you can actually chew through the opponent's team or the AI teams a lot better for the 6 phases. And again, that's the reason why I'm saying this is not use Ezra, is because Ezra would be better on a Jedi team during one of those phases, like a Qui-Gon Jinn led team. So, that's kind of my thought, is just use Sabine, especially since the Demolish is an AoE. You can really do a lot of, damage towards, because she's the only one that really has an AoE attack. So, but yeah, and then I would say probably Hera, but it is also questionable to actually go Zeb next. Zeb, does a lot more damage with a staggering sweep with this, this update, this huge paragraph of update. So Hera might actually potentially be last, but yeah, like, that is kind of my thoughts on it. I may be wrong. Like I said, I may be wrong on this. I will, probably, I don't know if I'll do an updated version of this, later on down the road. But honestly, if Arnold T and like Mobile Gamer actually say, these are the guys who want to Zeta first in the Phoenix team, I would say go with them because they are more experienced with the arena. But like I said, that's my thoughts on it. So, let me know what you guys think about these Zeta updates for Phoenix. They're out there now. But yeah, again, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and you guys have a wonderful day.